really wanted that bad.
Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. He is Jay, the chosen one, and I am Greg, currently on location, a legend in my own mind. Jay, what's going on with you?
Lot of chatter been going on the last 24 hours.
Yeah, man, a lot of chatter, not only in the Discord that we currently have. We saw a lot of people talking in there. We also saw a lot of people talking on Twitter. I had to cook a few people on Twitter last night. They got a little bit mad with some of the logic that I put out there. They can't hear me. They're saying that they can't hear me.
Yeah.
You guys cannot hear me?
Can y'all hear either of us? I just can't hear Greg.
You can hear me. I just sound distant. I may have to change out my headset. I'm not sure yet. I'll keep going though for now. So um, I lost my train of thought. Jay, where was I?
About cooking people in the Discord and on Twitter.
Yeah. I had to cook a few people on Twitter last night because they got mad about the comments that I made about Terence Crawford. You were saying that Errol Spence needs to wait in the line, and I mentioned something to the effect of shouldn't the same logic apply when you tried to skip David Benavidez. And so a lot of people didn't take kindly to that, specifically Terence Crawford fans. And we're gonna jump into that. But before we do that, let's talk about the people that support the channel, Rock Dog Interactive. If you need anything in regards to website design, logo design, make sure you go check out Rock Dog Interactive. The League of Legacies and Black Father Figures. He's out there doing some wonderful work in the community. So make sure that you go check out what the League of Legacy is doing. And then www.nadajvodka.com. That is a black owned vodka out of Jacksonville, Florida. They are in select stores throughout Florida, so make sure you go check out the Dodge Vodka. So, Jay, I'm gonna throw it over to you. Where do you want to start off?
Hey, let's go ahead and start off with the inaugural PBC on Amazon Prime fight card last night. I thought it was a good card, man. All the fights were real good. The picture was crispy, as I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it on Twitter. Every fight was really good. Every fight on the card was really good. So, I mean, I think it was a success for their first one. Was it a super banger as far as like big time fights? As far as like, you know, a Benavidez versus a Canelo or something like that? No. But all the fights on that card were good. They were all competitive, and they had us going. I mean, I was hyped for the fights as they went through, especially the way Laura had his knockout. What was your take on the undercard as a whole?
Can you still hear me, Jay?
Yeah.
Do I sound better now? I'm trying to play this mic.
You sound better now, yeah.
Okay, so let's see if this works. You guys don't want me to speak. Well, my neighbors don't. The people that I'm in this hotel with don't want me speaking a lot, I'm sure. Can you hear me better now? Okay.
They say you're good now.
All right. So I thought the undercard was good, man. I got the opportunity to see Carmel look good. Well, I didn't actually get the opportunity to see the rounds where he looked good. To me, in the last few rounds, I think I got to see the last 2 or 3 rounds because I'm traveling right now on vacation. I was looking at the fight on my phone here and there, but I got to see the last 3 rounds, and he looked like he was gassed in the last few rounds. So maybe he's better. Maybe he's better than what I saw in the last few rounds. I've yet to really get the opportunity to watch him in detail, but I thought he looked okay. Who else was on the fight card last night, Jay?
Laura was on the card.
Yeah, Mendoza versus Buchek. I thought that was an interesting fight, slugfest. The fight that Brian Mendoza is going to be in, Buchek, brought that heat and that pressure to him. So I thought that was a fairly entertaining fight. The Laura fight was what it was. I mean, Laura got him up out of there in 2 rounds, so there wasn't really a whole lot to say about that. Trying to remember if there was any other undercard fights that I got to see. Oh, you talked about the little guys. I didn't get a chance to see that one.
Yeah, Cordova and Martinez, those 2 went at it.
Yeah, you could speak on that one. I was eating dinner when that one was happening.
Yeah, that was the 112 fight. I don't really pay attention to the little guys at that size, but no Diddy. But those guys, they went at it. They were going at it. I mean, it was a good slugfest fight for the 112 between Martinez and Cordova. Martinez got the victory. He defended his belt. And then the other fight that was on the card, of course, was the co-main. Roland, Pitbull, Cruz, Danby Leg Rolly, as I will call him from now on. And then, of course, the main event of Tszyu and Fundora. So overall, I think the card was a success, a huge success, considering how long we had to wait for the first card for him. But overall, this side of their production is going to look, I think it's going to be good. I think it's in a good place.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that the production on PBC was going to be good. I mean, they're with one of the largest companies in the world, Amazon. So, of course, the production will look good. So either you believe that Amazon is putting some resources in the production or PBC is not broke. It's one or the other. I don't know which one it is. Some people may think it's both, but it can't be. Well, actually, maybe it is both. But the one thing that I did really like about the card, Jay, and yesterday I put it in the Discord, was this: they really moved that card along, and they didn't take a long time between fights like we've normally seen. Like when Laura got that guy up out of there in 2 minutes, I swear Rolly and Pitbull were in the ring like in 10 minutes. It felt like. And usually when somebody gets knocked out that soon, typically you are waiting around for at least 30, maybe 45 minutes easily. Waiting for, well, maybe not 45 minutes, but definitely you're waiting around somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes, right, for the next fight to start. So it just has this really, really slow pace. Last night the fights weren't slow pace at all. And I believe the last fight ended at when, Jay? Maybe like in the 11 o'clock hour?
Yeah, a little after 11.
Yeah,
Just
so
barely. Yeah.
much better. I'm telling you guys, I'm not ashamed to admit this. I'm an old man. I like to go ahead and get into bed. I don't like being up till 1 o'clock at night when it's a pay-per-view. So it was quite refreshing to see the co-main event in the 10 o'clock hour where I was still watching the fight, still relatively fresh and could pay attention. So that was good. So I really enjoyed that aspect of what PBC is doing. Hopefully they'll continue to do that.
Yeah. No, it was great, man. It was definitely a great card, and to your point, I appreciate them moving right along. Because after that fight was over with, I tuned in to a turnover, and it looks like I guess the Zone had a fight with Zerto fighting. I think it was fighting at Cruiserweight. So I don't even know who was fighting, but he got a win on that. But totally different between the two on that. But I'm happy with both. I'm happy with the way they progress. Even with the commentary, I know some people saying just talking about they wish they had changed commentators, but I thought the commentators did okay. I saw Goose was tripping on his scorecards. He was tripping on those scorecards big time on some of the things he was doing. But overall, I think it was a success. The people they had doing translations, I heard, I don't speak Spanish, but people I saw that do speak Spanish said she did a real good job on Claudia Trejo. I think she was from another network beforehand. And then Jordan Plant, she did really well as well with her interviews, even when she was grilling Rolly a little bit. He was talking noise beforehand, and Rolly was out of it. I don't know if they should have interviewed Rolly after his fight though. That was kind of rough seeing him try to interview and just seeing that dazed look on his face.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. Yeah, well, overall, I was impressed with it.
yeah, definitely. I was also impressed with it. So it was definitely a good start for PBC, and we'll see what they bring forth in May. But it's honestly, for me, like I said, it's not surprising at all. I expected as much.
Yeah.
So where you want to go from here, fam?
So let's go ahead and talk about the card a little bit. Let's go and get some of the other things out of the way. So Rolly said what he was going to do to Pitbull, and he's the one that got humble. He got humble. He got TKO'd from the first round. He was on Bambi legs. He was doing a stink leg almost every other round. It seemed like in that fight. I thought he was going to get dropped and stopped with an overhand right, but he got hit with some of everything from an overhand right to a left hook to a jab to a body shot, the whole nine. Pitbull just completely dominated Rolly for the most part. Rolly was on his bike trying to run around, didn't work, didn't help. It just basically showed that Rolly should have never been the champion anyway. Honestly, I think they robbed Barroso in that prior fight. So I'm cool with the outcome. I still don't want to see a Pitbull tank part 2, even with Pitbull getting the belt right now. But Pitbull fighting someone like a Matias, where they're gonna be in that phone booth going at it. That'll be a fun fight to see.
Yeah. Hold on here. What Jay talking about? Did that by mistake. Unblock. I did that by mistake.
I think that has to go over like 24 hours before it can be.
What is he talking about? I guess I'm missing it. But
yeah, he made a mistake and blocked somebody. Looked like.
Oh, okay, all right. On 2 Cent Boxing, I just dropped the Discord in there, so that's the Discord right there. I'm pinning it to the top as well, so anybody interested in joining the Discord can. Rolly has been someone who's been very arrogant in the sport for quite some time, and we know that Rolly doesn't have necessarily the skill level to be. Let's say the skill level doesn't match the level of arrogance, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, I've really enjoyed Rolly. I think yesterday you mentioned that you hope Rolly wins. I think There are a number of people in the Discord that mentioned that they hope Rolly wins. So I'm not mad at it, man. Rolly is entertaining. I've always said that I thought Rolly.
That's why I wanted to win.
Yeah, I always thought Rolly was good for the sport, and so I don't have an issue with Rolly necessarily. But this is what can end up happening when you talk like this, right? I don't know if he actually came to the ring thinking that he was in the ring with a Chihuahua. Quite frankly, he found out very quickly that he wasn't in the ring with a Chihuahua. The guy is tough. He moves forward. He has an interesting style. He's a pressure fighter, somebody that's going to throw a lot of looping shots. He remind me, honestly, of Maidana to some extent, a little bit more.
That's exactly who he reminds me of.
But he's a lot like Maidana, and so he couldn't deal with it. And Rolly has punching power, but the problem is Pitbull is so compact in the way that he operates that it's really hard to get off anything really solid against him, even when you do land. So it is what it is. Rolly got to figure out what it is he's gonna do. Rolly got to figure out what it is he's gonna do moving forward. He's in a good position in terms of being with Mayweather Promotion and being with Al Heyman. So theoretically, they're gonna put him in a position to win another title because, if I'm not mistaken, directly after losing to Gervonta Davis, he was already in position to win another title. So he's with the right people, but he's gonna have to try to develop his skills because he just there's too many ways to beat Rolly, and there's certain types of fighters that Rolly will give problems. I think Rolly would have gave somebody like Ryan Garcia more problems. But that style just gave him a lot of problems. He's gonna struggle against anybody that's a boxer that can defend against what he does. So he'll struggle with anybody at 140 pounds. I think except Ryan, because Ryan has enough gaps in his game where maybe he can find a home for some of his shots. So, but it is what it is. I wish Rolly the best. It was one of the more entertaining fights, though. Oh my God, I was so entertained. That gift that I dropped in the Discord of Little Mac as he kept punching all the characters in the stomach. That's exactly what it looked like to me. That is exactly what it looked like. He kept getting on the inside and was hitting Rolly to the body constantly. The right side of Rolly, the left side of Rolly was red from all the body work that Pitbull was able to get off, and then he was connected to the chin as well. And it became inevitable to me that he was going to eventually walk Rolly down and end up knocking him out because it was too easy to hurt him in the first round with what it was that he was doing. And Pitbull wasn't exactly the one trick pony, as you mentioned. He was able to throw left hooks and overhand rights and go
through every punch.
Exactly. So he had enough variation in his game in order to make it difficult for Rolly to figure out what it was he was doing. He didn't walk him into shit and got his ass whooped.
Agreed. I mean, Rolly. I get why Oscar and Bernard did the little laugh tweet after Rolly lost. They found out Rolly lost, but I feel like they didn't have to do that. That's not their place since they actually promoters and whatnot. It was deserved because he talked so much mess, But I think Rolly is good for boxing just because he's a character. He's a big personality. He's like another version of Adrian Bronner with less talent. Out there. So he definitely has a place and role in boxing. He definitely not a champion. In my opinion, he didn't beat Barroso properly. Barroso was that old man was whipping his ass, which was supposed to be which happened, but they stopped it for him. So I don't know how Rolly comes back from this. I saw a post from a tweet from Bullet. And Bullet was like, "Who you gonna blame now?" Because he blamed Bullet last off with his loss to Tank and whatnot. So who you gonna blame now, Rolly? He just said Happy Easter, so it's like it was hard for people to really get on and kill Rolly after he said Happy Easter and all that stuff. There, it's like it's like a talent show, and a little kid gets up and starts singing. They sing a hymn. You really aren't gonna really boo them no matter how bad they sound. You just gotta be like, okay, good job. Let's wrap this up and get up off the stage now. Good job.
Yeah. I didn't realize he said that it was Bullet false. It lost to Tank. I didn't agree with that. He just I saw Two Cent Boxing mentioned in the comment section that she thought that Rolly stayed on the inside and tried to exchange too long. But man, Rolly was on his bike a lot. If he would have exchanged less, man, it would have become a track meet. Like seriously. So I don't think he engaged too much on the inside. A lot of time Pitbull was on the outside, just slipping to his left or right and is throwing his shots, and they were making it on the inside. So I think Rolly here was the problem. Rolly didn't have the ability to catch Pitbull coming on the inside, and he didn't have the ability to work on the inside and catch shots from the inside while getting his stuff off and then pivoting out and then resetting. That was the problem with Rolly. That was it.
Problem is Rolly don't have any boxing skill to that level to do all that stuff. You know, when you rewatch the Tank fight versus Pitbull, you know, Tank was slipping in, he'll pop, slip out, get about him there, ducking under, and turn him easily. He's just using high boxing IQ, which Rolly doesn't have. You know, but Rolly has a place. I think Rolly right now is definitely regretting not taking that Ryan fight instead of Pitbull. I think he regrets that.
Yeah, Ryan would have been a better fight for him, honestly. But it is what it is. I don't know if he got more money for this fight or less money for the fight. I don't know.
He said he didn't.
Well,
said he got less.
Like a bad move. Sounds like a bad
business move with him. So, I mean, whatever.
You said that you get why they dropped that tweet of them laughing, but they're promoters and they shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, Rolly took it upon himself to drop a diss on Oscar De La Hoya talking about cocaine and fishnets. So
that's why I said I get why they did it. I mean, I don't like it, but I get why they did it.
He set
himself up for that. He set himself up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, especially all the notes he talked about Pitbull too. He talked all the notes about Pitbull calling him a chihuahua, talking about he does his bump. I'm just gonna punch him in the face. Nah, you really didn't hit him too much. He tried to hit him with the right. You know, Pitbull had high guard. Pitbull blocked most of those shots for the most part. You know, and then like you said, he had Rolly whole body red. That whole one side, his left side was all red from the right hooks. He was killing him, man. It's just now I don't know how Pitbull fares against the other 140-pound fighters and champions. Now I don't know how that's going to fare since he's only 5'4", and you know Devin has a reach, and he knows how to handle himself pretty well. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Sabrina Matias go at it, you know, because that'd just be a fight in the phone booth, you know, or him and Barroso go at it. That'd be a fight in the phone booth as well. That'd be entertaining, you know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with all those gentlemen, man. Because I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if Pitbull ends up in the ring with Ryan Garcia next, and that's win or lose. To be honest with you, I could see Ryan making that happen because that's a logical fight that Ryan could win just by using his range, his movement, and his speed. Ryan could win that fight, in my opinion. So
yeah, just if you outbox him, stay at range and outbox him, you can win. You can beat Pitbull.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but Ryan will get. I don't think Ryan gonna get past Devin. You know, he gotta get past Devin and deal with that situation there, and then find out. You know, with him being with Golden Boy, I don't think he'll get that Pitbull fight anyway. You know, like someone said, the Kegi said, Pitbull has a mandatory with your boy Barroso. So that's his mandatory.
But Golden Boy made that fight, and PBC would too.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Ryan does after he fights Devin.
We'll see. So where you want to go from here, man?
On that, so shocker, change of events in the fight last night in the championship fight, that is, between Tszyu and Fundora. Fundora won by a split decision, you know, but things changed. What was that, in round 3 when Tszyu ducked in and hit his head on Fundora's elbow and had a horrible cut on his head. I haven't seen 2 fighters cut that bad and just bleeding all over the place. I don't think in forever. You know, it was bad. It kind of remind me of Klitschko eye when he fought Lennox Lewis. How bad it was bleeding. It was bad, you know. So I mean, that changed the complexity of the perfection of that fight completely, because just looking at the first 2 rounds, Tim was handling business. You know, I thought Tim was going to get Fundora up out of there probably, you know, by midway 6th, 7th round, the way he was going at him. You know, but he couldn't see nothing with that in his left eye with all that blood going down. You know, he broke his nose. He broke Fundora's nose like in the 1st or 2nd round. So I mean, he was leaking too. So both of them were leaking, but the fact that he couldn't see, that changed the whole fight. The whole fight, man. For Tim. Tim was trying. I give Tim credit all in the world, but some people were out there saying that his team did him a disservice by not stopping that fight when they could have.
They did.
But Tim came out afterwards. I would just fight. I'm a fighter, but I was surprised they didn't have a rematch clause in that. That sucks with Tim Tszyu in that aspect because I felt that he would have full camp. 12 days. You give me a 6'6" guy when I was fighting a 5'8" guy, orthodox fighter. Now I gotta look to fight a 6'6" guy that's a southpaw. That's tough for anybody. But Tim was handling for those first few rounds. He fought. He's tough, But Fundora got the win. You think it was a fair decision for Fundora to get the win, or did you think Tim did enough to eke out a draw or a win himself?
Fight was close. Yeah, I was fine. I was fine with Fundora winning.
Me too, because I placed a bet on that.
Yeah, I didn't score the fight. After Tim got cut, I was just like, I'm not going to score the fight because I kind of thought it was going to end up going to the scorecards, but it was what it was. First and foremost, man, you got to give Tim Tszyu a lot of love for just being willing to take on Sebastian Fundora, basically save the pay-per-view card and risk losing a title against a guy that's very unorthodox just because of the size and being a southpaw. And to your point, he had to completely change his game plan in order to face somebody like Sebastian Fundora. So you got to give him a lot of love and respect for that. And then, man, he could have easily bowed out after the fourth round. I mean, for me personally, I would have been done after the fourth. Like, yo, man, let's get to the fourth. Yep. I'm gonna wipe as much of this blood away. I'm gonna be aggressive, try to really catch him in these rounds because I think I banked the first two. Even if I don't bank round 3 and 4, at best it's a draw. Get up out of here, dude. Live to fight another day because he cut me using his elbow. And it's not that it was like Fundora's fault or whatever, but he just caught him with the elbow.
He dug into it.
Yeah, he just caught him with the elbow. So that's what I would have done, and I would have gotten the hell up out of Dodge, man. And nobody would have blamed you. But Tim decided to go ahead and fight on, man, and gave us a really, really entertaining fight. And because of that, regardless of whether or not there's a rematch clause in place, PBC should try to get that fight to happen. Now, do they control that happening? No, they don't control that happening because at the end of the day, Terence Crawford could invoke his WBO mandatory status or not necessarily mandatory status, but he could force a WBO mandatory status because he's the super champion in the weight division below. Or, Buachek, right? So, but I would really love to see Tim go ahead and get that opportunity, Jay, to run it back. That is what we want to see. Just because, that opportunity is there, man. They wouldn't have had a card last night if Tim Tszyu wouldn't have done what it was that he did, Jay. And so honor that man and what he did and make it happen for him. Or if you're not going to make that happen for him, Jay, just because of the fact that, one of these guys are going to initiate their mandatory status, then okay, give him Errol Spence. Let him get that opportunity to face Errol Spence because maybe that's what he wants. It sounds like to me he wants a big fight right now. That may be more important to him right now. So if that's the case, let him get that. But at the end of the day, I think Tim Tszyu should get first bid on a rematch with Sebastian Fundora. But I just feel like, Crawford or Buachek may not step down.
Yeah, I don't think either one going to step down. And I know Buachek was talking about he wanted it. I know I was on Twitter last night and Lubin was talking about he wants that Buachek fight as well. But I'm like, if I'm Buachek, I'm going to fight for the WBC. I want that. I'm not fighting you, Lubin. I don't have no need to. I'm already an interim champion, so I'm the next up for this. So let me get the real thing. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how that goes there. I mean, that kind of transitions us into it's like a battle on everyone wants Fundora now, for the fight. Everyone since he won,
Jay, before we go there, we got 145 people in the building and 50 likes. If you get the opportunity, guys, please smash the like button so other people can find this content. It only takes a few seconds, and it helps people to find this content. Also, if you're new to the channel, this is the Angry Man Podcast and Sports Media. We are always dropping boxing-related content, although over the last few weeks, because of my travel schedule, we haven't been dropping as much as we need to, but certainly we'll be doing more of that here in the next couple of weeks. So make sure that you become a subscriber. If you're a subscriber, think about becoming a member. That helps support the channel. It's $2.99 a month. And we greatly appreciate that, or we greatly appreciate any contribution that you give to the channel. And also think about contributing to the channel. Again, it helps Jason and I run this channel, because hosting a YouTube channel is not inexpensive. All right, Jay. So
Excellent.
where are you going?
So the flavor of the month right now is Sebastian Fundora. Everyone wants Fundora right now. You know, we know that. I believe it was on Wednesday. Spence tweeted out, "I'm gonna be in Vegas," and he wants the winner. And like true fashion, after the fight, Spence came in the ring. You know, said, you know, it's time. You got the big dog now, and he wants to fight. Said he wants to fight next in Dallas. I mean, is it right? Because Bud had already said he filed a position to be. To invoke his right to be the next fight for the winner. They were thinking it was going to be Tszyu, but Fundora ended up getting the win. I find it funny that people are like, well, Bud deserves this fight, but they weren't saying that about Benavidez deserving a fight against Canelo, so Bud could get the fight. That's funny shit. Now, full transparency. I feel Bud deserves a fight, the winner. I've been on record multiple times saying that I wanted Bud getting the fight against Tim before Fundora and Thurman got it. But some people saying that, you know, deserving, it didn't matter when I talked about Benavidez. So it's kind of confusing to me how you can be like, say he didn't deserve, just because Benavidez deserves it, he shouldn't get it. Now you're saying that Bud deserves it, Spence shouldn't get it. Which one is it? Yeah, people said deserve. So it's about money, I thought.
Yeah, I cooked a few people on Twitter last night about this very same thing, because I actually tweeted last night that very same logic. How is it possible? Because he mentioned something about Errol Spence. He tweeted that Errol Spence needs to, you know, he can't jump the line essentially. And I said, shouldn't this logic have applied when you were trying to jump the line for David Benavidez? And literally, they were making arguments about Canelo Alvarez being the face of boxing. And I'm like, what the hell does that have to do with Terence Crawford jumping the line?
That damn thing.
Then I started hearing, well, they're different weight classes. Again, what does that have to do? Oh, now we're talking, but you talking about 168. Right now, we talking about 154. Okay, well, that was just a few months ago, and he was talking about moving to 168. My point remains that it's the same thing. Now, I totally agree that Terence Crawford should get the opportunity next. That's my personal opinion. I've always thought that, and I mentioned it in one of our videos, that I believe they should allow Terence Crawford to get the opportunity so he can actually get a shot at the unification title, set Errol Spence up to win one of the other titles, one of the vacant belts, or whoever those champions are right now. I can't think of the name, sorry. And then you have an opportunity to negotiate a rematch. Errol Spence negotiation from a place of strength now, because he's coming off a win with a title. And you could have that rematch, unification, 154, with Errol coming off an impressive win. And you would have a 2-for-1, if you will. You get Terence Crawford, and you'd have to lock him into some type of 2-for-1 deal, whatever. You get that fight, you get an Errol fight, and then you would get the rematch, right? Seems to be good business to me, but maybe that's not what they're trying to do. Now, I dropped this in the Discord today, Jay, because I said, well, maybe this is chess on the part of Errol Spence. When you think about it, Errol was trying to renegotiate, or Errol was trying to rematch Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford decided that he wanted to renegotiate the terms of the rematch, right? When they had already negotiated the terms for the rematch, and he wanted to leverage the 147-pound clause, meaning that whoever won got to decide what weight it was at. He wanted to leverage that, basically saying, I wanted that 147, or I want you to pay me more money when that wasn't the spirit of the contract, he tried to leverage that, and we all know that. Please don't come in the comment section trying to state that because someone has not explicitly stated that anywhere that it didn't occur. We all know that it did. Maybe Errol Spence said, you know what, I'm going to back out of these negotiations because guess what? My best friend is Al Heyman, and I can leverage that relationship in order to get what I want and use that for leverage in a rematch with Terence Crawford, which is what I want at 154. Maybe he's playing chess in that regard. I don't know, Jay, but here's what I do know, Jay. Do I believe it should be Terence Crawford? Yes. Would I be upset if it's not? No. Why? Because it would upset every Terence Crawford fan around the world, and I am just okay with that. And I would love to see all of them have meltdowns on YouTube and Twitter trying to process a rationale and reason that makes no sense, justifying why one is right and the other is wrong when they're the exact same thing.
Yeah, on top of that, the negotiation would be a lot easier with Spence and Fundora both already being actually with PBC. A Spence versus Fundora fight in Dallas is going to sell. It's going to be a banger of a sell. That's why it's going to happen. You know, I mean, for me, yeah, Bud deserves a fight. He's the next man up for that 154 pound belt that Fundora got. But you can't just look over the fact that Bud was doing dirty dealings by dealing with BLK Prime and the PBC back in 2022. That wasn't cool. So you can't forget people that don't do good business with you. And he was difficult to deal with all the stuff that Spence had to bend over backwards just to get this fight. Y'all know this. So I mean, I can't be mad at that. If you do bad deals, then it'll be difficult. You can't be mad for an entity for not really wanting to deal with you when they can go another way. And in this case here, Samson promotes Benavidez. He also promotes Fundora. Samson not going to get Bud trying to cut them for a Canelo deal. So now here it comes back. Oh, you want to fight my fighter now in Fundora? Okay, I can get a better deal fighting Spence. It's going to be less to worry about in that sense there. You know, now again, Greg has said it. I've said it. I'll say it again. Bud deserves this fight, but it ain't going to happen. The money aspect and the business is not going to allow it to happen.
Yeah, it should be Crawford. But that's the thing that I don't get, because we were called haters in the Discord by somebody who will remain nameless, Jay, just because we said that we understand why this could possibly happen to him and draw comparisons to what's currently happening to him and what he attempted to do to David Benavidez. But I have been consistent. I said David Benavidez would be next for Canelo Alvarez because he deserves a fight and had been the mandatory for quite some time. Terence Crawford is not the mandatory currently. But even if he wasn't, if you ask me who deserves the fight between he and Errol Spence, it's Terence Crawford because he won the showdown between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. So my argument is consistent, but I also see the inconsistency in arguments of other people. And that's what I can't stand. I can't stand the mental gymnastics that people go through to justify things for their favorite fighters or the entities that they least like, Jay, like the PBC. Yeah. I gotta mess with my boy Jay today. Jay was in the Discord today going hard. What John Mack and I had it out in the Discord last week. Is John Mack in the building? Anyway.
Hey, Jay Saunders, you're right. Does Boots deserve a fight? He deserves a fight, but they make all type of reasons why he shouldn't get the fight with Bud. My thing with Bud, he knows he's moving up at 154. As far as 147, just drop the belts. Drop the remaining belts that you have, because you're not going to go back down to 147 defenders. So just drop those belts. Let that weight class move on. You're not going to fight Boots. Just drop the belts. Drop the other belts so that weight class can move on.
Hey, Manello. Damn, Greg, you ain't never wrong, huh? Yeah, I'm wrong sometime, Manello. I was wrong about the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight. So, yes, I'm wrong. Jay, I called you a hater for trying to compare apples and oranges. Canelo has a mandatory. Terence Crawford was trying to skip the mandatory to fight Canelo. Fundora will have a mandatory. Will have it, not even mandatory yet. Will have a mandatory. Right? Errol Spence is trying to skip the mandatory. It's the same thing. There is no apples or oranges. It's the same thing. Anyway, where was I about to go? I was about to say something after that. These guys, man, just listen. I'm so sick and tired of all this PBC noise. PBC. There's everything wrong with boxing. You don't think if Terence Crawford had a PBC or whoever behind him, whatever situation he could leverage, that is what he's going to do. That is what any rational, sane person is going to do. Yet, for whatever reason, we are upset when it's PBC. Why? Terence Crawford is playing the same dirty games that everybody else in boxing is doing. Yet, for some reason, why are they doing this to Bud? Why are they doing this to Bud? What are y'all talking about?
Hey, Greg, question for you. What's the best card that you've watched this year so far, top to bottom?
The one I watched last night.
Okay, and was that by DAZN? Was that by Golden Boy? Matchroom, Top Rank, or PBC? Okay, that's what I thought. You know, so they just need to kill them there. But I thought they were broke though.
I don't know. Hey, PBC obviously got y'all on payroll. Boy, if y'all only knew.
Man.
If y'all only
Please. You think Greg would be sounding like he sounded? You think I'll be sounding like I sound sometimes if they had us on payroll?
Trust me when I tell you, PBC ain't got us on payroll. Manolo, who is y'all homie? I don't even, what does that mean? You upset because I said, oh, because you want to, oh, why you do this to Bud?
And for Bud, for Bud, go ahead, Greg.
Let me tell you something. There are people that get paid from entities. I can tell y'all, Bill Haney got a lot of them boys on payroll. I can tell you, Bill Haney got a lot of them boys on payroll. I can tell you which of them boys on payroll, on Bill Haney payroll. So we ain't on nobody payroll. Matter of fact, I've had arguments with I'm not even gonna say we ain't on no payroll.
Nah. Trust me, it's no problem if we were. We got y'all. One thing y'all gotta know about me and Greg, we don't hide shit. We transparent. So we'll let you know. So ain't nothing to hide on that. So if Fundora goes the route of fighting Spence, they were already talking about, it's gonna be what happened.
Jake say we free agents. No free agents.
No, we ain't the ball. So it's already been out there that if Fundora vacates that belt, Bud's gonna be fighting Josh Kelly at 154. I thought about some other interesting matches for Bud at 154, but they already said that's who they'll fight for the vacant bout.
I'm sorry, what now? What'd you say?
That's for if Fundora goes the route where he has to vacate that belt, Bud will fight for the vacant belt against Josh Kelly.
Oh, he an email champion. Email champion. Email champion. Email champion. Why he didn't just wait and fight the champion? He should have just gave him Fundora time.
It's funny how that comes full circle, right?
Yep.
Oh man, if y'all haven't got a chance to smash that like button.
Smash that like button, man. 165 people in the building, 74.
Oh man.
Smash the like button so other people can find this content. Smash the like button. All right, man. Jay, anything else? I won't. I heard this. I'm gonna put it out there, Jay. You said you want your lender for life. You said you were angry today, that you want your lender to life for life to call in today because you gonna cook his ass. You gonna cook him, grill him.
Oh shit! Terrence best videos in here. Where the hell you been at?
What? Terrence, what's up, Terrence? He one of the ones that be crying about Bud. I'm tired of hearing that, man. Everybody trying to block Bud. Why won't anybody let Bud make any money? Dog. Bud Crawford is doing the same thing as everybody else, dog. He is playing the same game as everybody else. He is taking the same, whatever leverage he has constantly or currently, he is using that leverage to get what it is that he wants. And if he had PBC behind him, which I have asked him to do on several occasions, go join the team, man. Become a part of the family. Now I'm on my PBC spokesman stuff. But no, in all seriousness, everybody's going to use what they have to leverage to get to what they want. And Crawford used David Avenesian as leverage. He used the WBO title as leverage. He tried to use the weight class as a leverage in renegotiations when they had already established what the terms were going to be in the negotiations. Dude, that is not honorable. That was not the intent. But what did you hear, Jason, when people, Bud's so smart. Bud's so smart. Man, I thought y'all said Bud was bad businessman. But then when the tables are turned and somebody else is doing that to Bud using what they have as leverage, why y'all doing that to Bud? That's what I don't get, bro. It's crazy. It don't make sense.
Hey, appreciate you. LL Music TV says, what, $1.99 says, I think Tszyu won that fight. What y'all think? I think the right winner won. You know, Tim was just punching air at times because he couldn't see. The better fighter really didn't win yet last night, in my opinion. You know, but that's only because of the blood that he couldn't see. I feel like he would have got Fundora up out of there in like 6 rounds the way that the first couple rounds went. Fundora wasn't changing nothing. He was already leaking, his nose was already busted. But I'm happy Fundora won because I made a bet on him. I got a little cash off of that. So I appreciate you, Fundora. Appreciate the cut in the elbow.
Hey, so Edward Torres, what's going on, Edward Torres? Long supporter of the channel. This channel is strictly PBC platform. Dog, how is that possible? I literally just said that Terence Crawford should get the fight. I said Terence Crawford should get the fight. My opinion is Terence Crawford should get the fight. That's not pro PBC. One of my favorite fighters is who? Jay?
Virgil Ortiz.
Exactly. And that he's on Golden Boy. What are you talking about? So I'm not just pro PBC. Again, man, I'm not gonna go into any details, but man, if y'all sometime knew stuff behind the scenes, you'd be like, man, yeah, you wouldn't even say some of the stuff that you say out of your mouths, man.
Thanks.
But it is what it is.
He said he just playing. I'm like, no, you're not, Edward. We know how you be now. It's all good.
No, I'm not upset by what you said. A lot of people say that. I'm not upset. I'm not upset by that. If you ain't anti-PBC, you're pro-PBC. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not trolling, Bud.
Like, we fans of boxing. But we noticed that a lot of anti-PBC folks really go hard and paint on PBC. I'm just like, why? Why when, for one, they're like, well, they're just doing in-house fights. Every company does that. Look at Top Rank at 135. They're keeping that shit in-house.
Yeah,
they're doing it.
Hey, Jay said, how y'all feel about Derrick James saying Spence should be trying to fight Bud next?
Oh, for me, just me being the competitor I am, the type of person I am, if you beat me, I gotta get my glit back. I gotta get back. And me and Greg had discussion about this off the mic and everything. We both have the same type of mentality. Like, we're competitive as hell. If you beat me, I gotta get back. I gotta get my get back on you. You know, now to the point thing I thought about as far as this case here, the hoops that Spence had to jump through. Yes, Spence had to jump through a lot of hoops. I mean, he had to do a damn coin toss to see who came out last to help this fight push through. So if anyone helped make that fight happen, it was Spence, because he made a lot of concessions for Bud. So me personally, I'm taking the fight with Bud if I can fight him at 154. I'm not fighting at 147.
Yeah, I'm yeah, no comment. Anyway, Jay, we have 51 minutes. Do we want to go ahead and open up the phone line so people can call in? I know I'm on location today, kind folks. We on
Hey, Ryan, you dirty.
Hey, B-boy, hey, man, don't get mad, man, because I got that Miami Vice today, Woody. It's all good. Anyway, let's go.
I give you credit on that Terence Best videos. He said, great card by PBC, no doubt. I'll be damned. He gave PBC some credit.
Yeah, man, it was a great card.
Yeah.
A great card.
And we were the ones that said we didn't think it was going to be it wasn't pay-per-view worthy because of the names on there, but it turned out to be, to me, it was worthy of that being a pay-per-view. After seeing all the fights go through, it was worthy of that.
I think so. I think so. But yeah, let's see.
Appreciate you, Lil J. Damn, from the UK. Appreciate you, my man.
Somebody on from the UK?
Yeah, Lil J. He said, gotta pull up and say salute before I go to sleep. I go to sleep.
Who do we have in the building today?
Let him cook. Let him cook. First and foremost, happy Easter, my friends.
Yeah, happy Easter, Jesse.
What's going on, Jerry?
But I've been summoned. Heard someone was looking for me.
I'm looking for you, Jerry. I'm looking for you, but really, Jason. Jason told me he was gonna cook you real good.
Ooh.
You know, for that type of stuff.
Well, here's what I will say. There is so much to talk about. I feel like you guys, like I ain't seen y'all since last year. I don't know what it is. So much has transpired over the last couple of weeks.
It's been a minute,
There's
Jerry.
a lot. There is a lot to unpack. But let me begin. The PBC. The PBC.
No vacuum.
The P. Diddy Boxing Committee. Let's dive into this cesspool of misinformation. Now, Greg, you know I admire you. I do think you're sharp. I think you do a lot of your research. I do think you have your built-in narratives. But I do think that you really believe in what you say. You know, I feel like, you know, I come at you, you're going to come back at me. Let me get caught up a little bit, because maybe I'm not understanding everything. What happened to Spence in our rematch? Last I heard, he was on medical leave. What happened to him?
I don't know, man. He must be back.
Okay. Let's take a step back. We know what happened July 29, 2023. And right after that, he went into an immediate rematch because he wanted his payback, which I didn't really think there was a need for a rematch, but I can understand. You know, there weren't excuses, then there were excuses. Legitimate. If they were or they weren't, let's do it again. It was supposed to happen December of 2023. That date came and gone. Then in February, Spence decides to get eye surgery. I don't know what happened to Spence's competitive nature. Not sure if he left it in the ring that night. He reappeared last night like nothing happened. Perhaps he forgot what happened July 29th, 2023. So here's where I disagree with you, Greg, when you try to make comparisons. Unlike Spence, Crawford hasn't lost. So if Crawford decides to make a move up and face Canelo and cut the line, if we don't remember, Crawford is still, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world. And I understand that may not have a lot of, what do you say, cachet.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't compare that to Spence getting beat from post to post, the ref stopping the fight, then coming back 6 months later like, hey, I'm cutting line, it's next. I'm next. Sorry, Crawford. But I will say this. And I'm going to give Jason a chance to respond. I will say this. I wouldn't have a problem with Spence facing Fundora. Because after all, that is a PBC creation where we say, you could get your ass knocked out tonight. Excuse my French. And then we'll make you a champion tomorrow. So you have Spence, who got blown out the ring July 29, 2023. You got Fundora, who got put to sleep, and then all of a sudden got into a WBC, WBO championship fight. Let them face each other in Dallas. But what you won't do is fight for the WBO. And I don't know if you heard this secret, but it's out now. Not only will the WBO mandate Crawford or the winner to fight Crawford, but the WBC, Suleiman, who actually made up the super champion rights. Guess who is the 147 WBC champion? So, sometime this week, you can expect Suleiman to also say that Crawford is mandating the winner to face him. Now, you can do the PBC way. You can go the PBC way, which is we love to talk, but we never walk to walk. Ain't that right, Spence? Because you never intended on this rematch. It was never going to happen. But you had to say you were going to do it because you didn't want to let your fans down. So, Fundora, Spence, and Dallas. And what I say is that if Fundora got a shot, if Spence got a shot, then Tszyu should also get a shot. Tszyu and Crawford in Australia for the WBC and WBO championship. What do you say, Jason?
They can fight in Australia, that's fine. Tim don't got a belt, though.
What's that?
You said Tim and Bud in Australia?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm with that.
Because if you're going to give me an argument that Spence can come and listen, as a fan, as a boxing fan, I'm glad to see Spence acting like nothing happened. Like he deserves. I don't take tune-ups. I don't wait in lines. I'm big fish. Buddy, keep the rhythm. Because I'd rather see Spence like that than the Spence that was hiding in the darkness for 6 goddamn months. I'd rather see that guy that is still full of life. But to act like Crawford all of a sudden has no rights, and for you guys to all of a sudden not even care about the fact that Spence doesn't even want his get back, it's a little odd. It's a little odd to me that all of a sudden we've lost our competitive nature. So when we're looking at Crawford going, man, you wanted to fight Canelo. He's looking for greatness. And I understand that everybody looks at Canelo as a cash cow. but he is still undisputed at 168. He is still one of the greatest fighters of this era. So when it's Crawford versus Canelo, it is for fighter of this era. That's another topic. But let's keep on this PBC, the P. Diddy Boxing Committee. Because I'm going to tell you the next announcement, guys. You're hearing it here first. If Tank all of a sudden comes up that he pulled his ass muscle, I don't know, something, he's just limping, I guarantee you that Tank versus Pitbull Cruz 2, wait for it, at 140 is right around the corner. Then you're going to have your boy Ellaby, because Ellaby loves to talk, but he also he buries himself. He loves to feel like he's the smartest guy in the room, and just give him a mic like, oh, yeah, what people don't know is the business of the sport. We know the numbers. Hell yeah, Spence is going to get it. I want to hear Ellaby spin for Tank fighting at 140 against Pitbull Cruz, because, he ain't fighting Haney. You heard it here first. All right, amigos, I'm going to hang up and listen. Jason, I thought you were looking for me, buddy. I'm a little bit disappointed. You had a 2-3 week rest to get it all together, and here you had me on a skillet, ready to cook, man, and you bailed out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, my friends. It's Jerry Soriano, your lender for life. Let him cook.
That was Jerry Soriano. Listen to God. Yo, you on with the Angry Man Podcast. What's going on with you, fam?
Salute Jason and Greg. You know who it is, man.
What's happening, Bando?
Oh, mine.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Banda, man. You know, I had to come spice it up. You know what I mean? Talk this business with you. But you guys is acting like this man don't deserve anything. That's what I'm feeling from you guys.
We said
you said what?
No, we never said that. We said he's supposed to get the fight. We think he should get the fight. We said it like 5 times already on this live stream.
Bro, I get that. No, but the way you guys is acting, like when Bud fans say he deserves something, you guys are acting like we reaching for something and it ain't the truth. For one, like old boy just said, you guys should be surprised that this man ain't trying to get his get back. And even if Spence was to get his get back, he's going to be the B side. Bud was in line to get some money, was he not? So if he's in line to get some money in that next fight, which was supposed to be the rematch, and he was supposed to be the A side, so why is we talking about Spence jumping up to fight in between what he wanted to do? Nah, Spence wanted to go get that eye surgery late. Spence is the reason why the rematch didn't happen. So what gives Spence the even right to even say, oh, I'm about to go up there and I want this dude next or that dude next? Bro, you wasn't even ready for the rematch. And if you was ready for the rematch, you wouldn't get that money that you think you about to get. You're about to get lesser money. That's the reason why Bud Crawford really wants that, along with the legacy, along with the big paydays. Why you think he ain't? Why he said, well, you guys want that Boots fight? Who gonna pay for it? Let me know what's up. Send me the money. You guys not hearing what he's telling you? He wants it all. He wants it all.
Nanda, you said Bud deserved to fight with Canelo over Benavidez too, right?
Man, look, Benavidez has done his thing at that weight class. Look, Benavidez does one thing at that weight class. Do I think it's a bigger fight for Bud and Canelo? Yes, I do. Do I think Benavidez deserves his fight? I think Canelo's been ducking him. So yeah, at the same time, I do think he believes he should get that fight. You know what I mean? I feel you guys on that. I would be wrong if I say he didn't. But at the same time, I would like to see Bud versus Canelo.
Yeah, but you were calling for the Bud versus Canelo fight next.
You know I'm calling. You know I want it. That's what I want. I want what Bud wants. Bud want it next. If you want it next, I want it. We want it next.
Okay, so you wanted him to get the opportunity to skip the guy that deserved the fight, but you don't want Errol to get the opportunity to skip Bud, who deserved the fight. Did Bud beat Errol? I don't care.
Did Bud just beat the brakes off this man?
So what? So what?
What do you mean, so what? You just lost to you talking about somebody I just beat? He deserves something more than me? Come on now, make it make sense.
So what? Exactly. You talking about some guy that's 3 weight classes below me deserve more? Like,
that's undisputed. Hold on, that's undisputed at his weight, and then it was undisputed in another weight class, right?
You going into the minutia because at some point you're going to get to a point where something's different. I hate when people try to argue in that manner. If you keep going,
no, I'm not. No, look, I'm not trying to tell you Benavidez don't deserve it, bro. I'm not saying that, but I'm telling you as a Crawford fan, bro, or as a boxing fan, however you want to take it, bro. I would rather see Bud versus Nello.
That's fine. You rather see it, but at the end of the day, you're supporting him getting the opportunity over the guy that's been at the weight class who deserves it. A guy that's 3 weight classes below does not deserve to jump a guy that's been at a weight class, or any of the guys that have been at a weight class.
So question: How long has Benavidez been trying to fight Canelo? How many years has it been now?
Why does that matter?
Watch. How many years has it been now? It's been a few years, right? And when it was Bud and EJ, wasn't we getting to the point where some of the YouTube platforms was talking about, man, I don't think this fight's gonna happen. I don't even care if it happens, right? So we're talking about this. What's saying that even if Bud wasn't right there, that Nello wasn't gonna keep ducking him? Come on now, he's been ducking him for how many years now? He probably still gonna do the same thing. So why not let my man get up in there and get him?
So your argument is that because he has not fulfilled his mandatory, that somehow the current line that exists no longer exists, and therefore it's justified that one guy gets the opportunity before the people who have been waiting in line for years. So that justifies.
No. Nello is acting scary when it comes to trying to fight that man, right? Correct, right?
Okay.
He keep giving this man a runaround for years, right?
Okay.
So why don't we give him something fresh? This Bud and Nello stuff ain't even been out for 12 months. And we already trying to downplay it and talk about this and the other. Clearly, he ain't fighting that man.
Okay,
it's kind of like hold up. It's kind of like the Boots thing. Remember? Hold up. If Bud wasn't gonna fight Errol, he should fight Boots. Remember that?
Okay. What about everybody else at 168? Okay. So what about his WBC or his WBA mandatory, or is the number 1 contender for the WBO or whoever they made as the mandatory?
That right there, my man. That's where the money comes in, because who else bigger at that weight class is gonna make enough money with Canelo's name other than Benavidez that ain't Bud?
Hold on. You talking apples and oranges now. That's not the point. The point is he's skipping the line.
Bro,
you just made the point about
you gotta throw all this in there, bro. We're talking about money at the same time we're talking about names, right?
No.
I got
the Errol's okay. So the Errol, when you talk about money versus Errol brings the money. So you just made Errol's argument by talking about bringing the money into it.
Bro, but Errol just lost, so it defeats the purpose. He just lost, and he was supposed to take less money if he was go against his rematch. But Errol did things to not make him go to the rematch.
Now you're
Errol shooting himself in the foot. Errol shot himself in the foot when he did that eye surgery.
Bro, hold up. Now you're introducing another argument because he is a specific fighter now. Now you're introducing that argument. Your argument has changed 3 times. First it was deserving. Then hold up, bro, let me finish. Then you introduce money. Then when I brought Errol's the money, that's the reason why he's getting the opportunity. Then you introduce because he lost specifically to Crawford.
Bro, no, listen, you tried to bring up the Benavidez thing, right? And I told you the Benavidez thing wasn't the same with Errol because Errol just lost. Crawford didn't beat Benavidez. Crawford ain't trying to jump the line, and you talk about Errol jumping the line. No, you can't jump the line, Errol, if you just lost. No, Errol, your money don't matter and all this stuff when you was really supposed to take all that, when you was really supposed to take less money in your next fight. So Errol is shooting himself in the foot multiple ways. Keep it a stack. It's not a different argument. It's the same thing, bro. You got to keep it a stack. Errol should not be able to jump nothing. Errol should be able, whatever, like I just told Manager Marty this a couple days ago. Whatever is good for Bud, it should be good for, and whatever's good for Errol should be good for Bud. Period. And Bud was the winner between the two. So why do you think Errol should get above him? That don't make no sense.
Okay, Banda, hold up. So you just said that there are different arguments, but you're using again. You're going down to the most granular point. You're making the argument then that Errol lost and Bud has not. as your basis for the reason why Bud gets to jump the line and Errol doesn't. But at the end of the day, neither is justified in jumping the line because Bud, even though Errol lost, and that's the reason why he shouldn't jump the line, Bud is 3 weight classes below, not even in the weight class. So he shouldn't jump the line. They both have reasons why they shouldn't jump the line, yet you justify one and not the other. That's my whole point. You're saying there's credence in one, and you're finding credence in one, but the other one you're saying no, there's no justification in it, and you're saying a law is the reason why you can't. But you won, and now it's about money and this, that, and the third.
Hold on. So the loss don't mean nothing, huh? That loss don't mean nothing, huh? If that loss got to hold some type of weight, you're just not going to skip over and talk about, he lost, that's why. No, losers don't get to choose, bruh.
Not in his argument, it doesn't. Because one guy tried to skip the line. My argument is a guy is trying to skip the line, and now a guy is trying to skip him.
I get that you feel that he's trying to skip the line, right? I get that. But what the whole thing is, say if Bud's name wasn't even there, how is we going to sit here and say, Nello going to fight this dude next? We're going to sit here and probably wait another year until you guys talking about you guys don't want to see the fight again. This is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to see that same thing to the point we keep waiting all these years and this man keep running from this man, and we could have had a Bud fight in between the mix while he's choosing the Heine Lugias and all this other stuff.
So
there's a line, right? But Canelo keep running from this man. There's a line, but he keep running from this man, right? Come on now. You're the first person in the line, but I'm going to keep picking number 2 or 3, the Benavidez. I'm going to keep skipping over you. So clearly Nello ain't trying to fight the man, bruh.
Listen, one guy deserved to fight, and another guy was trying to skip him. That's Benavidez, and this guy was trying to skip him. And the excuse that everybody gave was that he's a bigger draw. He's the reason why he'll be a bigger fight. Now, the excuse that people are using for Errol to skip the fight, which I think is wrong, but still, Errol is a bigger fight. That's the money. That'll be the money fight, regardless if he's coming off of a loss or not. So it is what it is. Both guys were trying to skip the line. It is what it is.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on both guys. They are trying to skip the line, and I'm not saying Benavidez don't deserve it. As far as this Errol talk, bro, he gotta get back, bro. And I don't think nothing positive, you know what I mean, should come to him before it come to Crawford. Whatever everybody's talking about good for Errol, it should be good for Crawford too.
Why? They ain't the same.
You said what?
What? Why?
You said what?
They're not the same. They're not the same. Why?
Why, bro? Do I need to?
Why?
Because, bro, why is the fight not being made with this rematch, bro? It's not Bud. It's not on Bud. It's not on Terence.
Hold on.
Right?
Hold on. So you tell me that you don't believe Terence Crawford in the fact that he tried to leverage the weight class as a way to actually get more money out of Errol Spence after they had already negotiated the terms for the rematch plays no role whatsoever in why the rematch was not made.
No, I don't think that plays any role in the rematch, why the rematch wasn't made.
So you're biased, dog, because it does.
No, bro. If we didn't have this cataract surgery, hold on. Wasn't there a point in time where he was supposed to do this in 30 days? Errol was supposed to say something 30 days. Then we had to wait for that. Then we had to wait for all this cataract surgery stuff. Bro, come on now. You cannot see and tell me that man wasn't sitting here prolonging this whole scenario.
Stand up.
Hold on. Bro, didn't Errol say he wanted the rematch at December? Hopefully we can get this back in December. What happened, bro? What happened?
Can I answer? He initiated the rematch clause, band up. And then Terence Crawford, they got stalled because Terence Crawford tried to use 147 as a negotiating tactic. That's why it got stalled. And then ultimately, Errol just went ahead and had the cataract surgery, bro. Like, stop trying to rewrite history, dog.
It's not rewriting history, bro. Did you not just fight at that weight class? So what Terence was saying in that, trying to keep it at 148, you trying to talk about it's a stalling tactic. It's not a stalling tactic. It's the same thing that they just fought at. It's not. You got Errol wanted to move up. You had Errol wanted to change the weight to go up a weight class. Hopefully we can fight at a different weight class.
Band up. Did Terence Crawford not say that he wanted to fight the weight class to be 154 as well because he struggled to get to 47 as well? Did he not state that
before the fight?
publicly?
Before the fight?
He stated.
You talking
that
about before when he said that before the fight? Because it was hard for him to make the weight.
He stated that after the fight.
I don't remember him saying that after the fight. I'm not going to quote him on that. I don't remember saying that, but I do remember him saying that before the fight because he's talking about how hard it was. Yeah, it's not easy to make 147.
So whenever
and you guys made a video talk about how Bud was trying to keep Errol at 147 for the rematch. I remember that.
Before or after, regardless, he said that he would like for it to be at 54 because 47 is hard for him to make. So then why are you trying to keep it at 47 then? And then afterwards, you say, oh, if you want it at 54, then let's negotiate more money. That was the whole point of that deal. Because he didn't want the rematch at 47. He just the leverage 47 as a way to get more money. He played a part in the rematch not happening as well. So let's stop pretending like he didn't, dog.
I don't feel he did. I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on that one, Greg. You did. That's probably the one we're gonna have to disagree on. You know what I mean? I rock with you a lot of other ways when we be going back and forth, but that's crazy. That is crazy. I am not hearing that one, bro.
So let me ask you. So he didn't use 40. He didn't use 47. He didn't try to negotiate 54 for more money.
Bro, he was supposed to get more money and from the jump. What are you talking about? Wasn't the winner supposed to get more money?
Hold on.
So you're not? Are you not looking for timeout? No. Answer that. Was he not supposed to get? Was the winner not supposed to get more money?
Yes.
So you're getting mad at? Yes. So you're getting mad at him for looking for more money?
No, they had already negotiated the splits before the rematch actually occurred. So after that, when they got to it and he was like, oh, well, he wants it at 47. And then when he was like, well, let's have it at 54, he's like, oh, no, I want to get more money. So he was using it as leverage. And that's the reason why Stephen Espinosa went publicly to speak on the fact that the spirit of that clause was not to actually use the weight in order to try to negotiate more money. Stephen Espinosa had a interview on that, addressing that very thing. So Terence was trying to use it to renegotiate.
I don't know. I think I missed that Stephen Espinosa one that you're talking about.
Terence is on record saying that they were still trying to negotiate whatever to have the rematch. So clearly something was happening. Why are you negotiating anything? Because those terms have already been stated. So yeah, they both played a part in the rematch not happening, dog. Let's not act like it's just Spence. That's the thing I don't like, man. You guys be going way to the left or way to the right. Come on, dude. Both of them played a part.
It ain't way to the left or way to the right when this dude popping up out of nowhere after not being on social media for all these months, leaving y'all fans to have to answer his questions for months and not have answers for his questions for months, but still having to speak for this man. Now he want to pop up with something over his eye, talk about this, that, and the other, and he ready to fight. Get out of here, bro. That is quarantine.
Yeah, man, he popped up and said he don't wait in lines, man. He's using his leverage. I don't have a problem with anybody using. Do I think Terence Crawford should be next in line? Absolutely. But let's stop pretending that Terence Crawford wouldn't use whatever leverage he currently has to get the best deal he could possibly get for himself. That's exactly what he's gonna do. So let's not get upset when Spence does. He's gonna do the same thing because I'm gonna tell you something. In that first negotiation, Spence got screwed royally because he gave up a lot to make that fight, more than what he was supposed to give up to make that fight. So now he's probably using the leverage that he currently has to get himself better position. Why wouldn't you do that?
I just don't feel the position. Even with that being said, you could do that all you want, but your position ain't putting you higher above a man you just beat. I can't see that. I don't care what revenue, what numbers you think you bring in, but you're trying to take something from somebody else that just beat you. It don't make sense to me.
What are you taking?
Huh?
His opportunity.
You said what?
That ain't his. That ain't his.
One more time.
You said Spence trying to take something from Bud, which is an opportunity to fight for the belt, right? At 154, right?
Yeah, he said he's trying to go. He said he's trying to go fly out to Vegas and sign some papers, and he's trying to wait in line and all this other stuff.
Yeah, so the same thing Bud did try to do to Benavidez, but everyone was cool with that.
He said, "Bro, didn't I just explain that?
Same shit,
bro? Huh?
It's the same shit, man. Up, he tried that. Bud saw an opportunity to try to skip the line to go to 168, get a payday to fight Canelo. And the same thing here. Spence sees this is a chance that he can get a belt and he's going to get a payday. It's the same thing.
At 154?
Regardless of the belt weight, it doesn't matter. You're skipping. Are you not?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You guys put so much emphasis on the 3 weight class difference. And now when it comes to the 1 weight class, oh, what's the difference? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Look. Salute AM podcast. I'm gonna let somebody jump on, gang. I'll let somebody jump on, man. I man. Salute Jason and Greg, man. I'm gonna drop some money in the super chat for you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
I love that, bro.
Yeah, it's all love, y'all.
That's our boy Band Up, man.
He's still here in the championship for college football.
What's going on? Oh, it looked like we lost him. No, that
was Walt.
Yeah, I think that was Walt. Let's see. Yo, what's going on, Walt?
What's going on, fellas?
What's happening, Walt?
Like I'm listening to the brother Band Up, right? And it's like I keep saying this. Y'all know I started out. I'm an Errol dude. But if Errol gets this fight at 154 before Terence, man, I'm gonna be kind of upset because it's like just like even when the dude who won the title, he shouldn't have got that fight. It's like he just came off a loss. So
I agree.
So it's just like boxing. We've come to the point where we never want to see the best guy get the fights now. It's just like what Ben Up said was true about the Canelo thing. Canelo's never gonna fight David Benavidez. He's not jumping the line. He's never gonna fight that brother. Y'all know that.
That's jumping the line. That's jumping.
Frank,
the line.
if you took a picture of you when he was first came as mandatory, they'd be like, damn, Greg looked like a young man. He's never gonna fight him.
Well. So you're telling me that there's no other fighter at 168 pounds?
No, but he wants to fight the guy with the money fight. He's not looking, bro. I agree with you. He's not looking for a legacy fight. He's looking for the bag.
But he's still skipping the line. I don't care what he's looking for, Walt. There are other fighters there. He's never fought at the weight class. He's never even.
So can I ask you a question? Greg? What other fighter at 168 besides David Morrell would you want to see Canelo fight?
He skipped
the line. Count out Benavidez. He's not going to fight Benavidez. Who?
He skipped the line. I don't care what fighters you're talking about if I want to see them or not.
You can't. That's not the reason why I wanted to see Floyd fight Canelo, I didn't care that he was way smaller than him because everybody was saying Canelo's the best dude. So I want to see the best dudes fight the best dudes. You know, it's like I want to see Tank, and that's my favorite dude. Him and Boots. I want to see Tank fight Devin Haney because I know he can beat him even if he weighs 180. I know it.
Hey,
it's like I want to see Errol do his thing too, but they want the Errol fight because it's an easier fight. Terence washes Tszyu, he washes Fundora.
I want Terence to get the fight. I just don't like. I can't stand backwards logic. No, I don't like backwards logic.
No, I heard you say that, Greg. I heard you say that, so I'm not throwing this on you. Understand what I'm saying is, I don't look at the Terence Crawford Canelo fight as far as the 3 weight classes. I look at it as money fight and 2 guys who are supposedly the best top 5 dudes in the sport. So if they can make that fight happen regardless of the weight, make it. Wouldn't you want to? If they fought, wouldn't you be watching?
Would I be watching who?
Canelo and Terence. You'd be watching.
I'd be watching that. I'd be watching Spence versus Fundora. All I'm saying is that you can't get upset if you get.
No, I would watch. Listen, I would watch Spence versus Fundora. But I know it's an easier fight for Fundora, and I picked Spence in the fight, but Crawford washes Fundora. Because that stuff he did yesterday against Tszyu, using his jab, it works against Tszyu, because his reflexes are slow. He can't counter his shit. Crawford will be able to counter Fundora. And he has way better footwork. That's why you hear Fundora, he has no problem saying dropping that belt and fighting Spence. And I want to see Spence. I want to see Spence back too, y'all. But I just like, to me, it's like they're getting ready to age Crawford out, man, because ain't nobody gonna fight him. And I don't think Crawford. The only guy I don't think Crawford will fight is Boots, because it's too much of a chance. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, I think Crawford looks at Canelo is a easier fight than Boots. Because he's flat-footed and fights like Regis Program. Just those, one pow. It's like, come on, bro. It's like, I want to see Crawford get his due before he leaves. And this is from a guy who picked Spence to beat him. But I love the sport, so I want to see the best guys be in there with the guys that the reason why I want to see it, because I want to see Benavidez fight Canelo, for him to get his ass beat badly, because Canelo's the most overhyped fighter in the history of the sport to me. Because I've seen him beat Triple G and a bunch of average dudes, or fight all the best dudes he fought way after their age. So and Canelo's a smart dude. He's not going to get in there with somebody that's going to put missiles on. After what Floyd did.
Let me say this to you. I hear everything that you're saying, Walt. There's a lot of truth in what you're saying. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. The only part that I disagree with is that I don't want to see him get the Canelo fight. I'm happy that he's not, and I will continue to support him getting the fight.
So if they were going to give Errol that fight with Canelo, would you want to see that?
We didn't want to see that. Huh? We said we didn't want to see that fight months ago. People got upset with us.
Oh no, I didn't. So if you did, then okay, then I'll leave you on that, because I didn't know. It's like I thought if you was picking one dude to fight him over the other, and it's like I think Canelo should fight Benavidez on the top. But I know and he's not going to, because he said he wouldn't fight Mexicans, and now he's fighting even more 100% Mexican. So it's just, he's going to fight the guy that he knows he has an 80% chance to beat. It's like, so my whole thing is, I'm sick of that now. It's like, look at my man Tank. He's fighting Frank Mott now. That's a beautiful fight. Great it's like, fight. So soon as Devin Haney, if he's the guy that his father says he is, soon as he gets done with Ryan, Devin Haney's next fight should be against Matthias, Antoine Russell, or against Boots at 147. Because like I said, I think he's going to have a hard time making 140 for the next couple times. I want to see these dudes who are saying that these dudes fight.
I do too.
It's just like, even after Tank beat Frank Mott, I want to see either Lomachenko or Shakur after that. I want to see the guys. I'm tired of sitting home even like last night. We all agree that was a really good card, right?
I agree.
Yeah, but the only thing I didn't know how to understand how people thought Rolly had a chance of winning that fight, because Rolly's just, Rolly's style is one of the worst styles I've seen in years, bro. He's hoping to hit you with something. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think Pitbull Cruz gives Devin Haney a tough fight, because Devin won't be able to hurt him. He's gonna walk into Devin. I think Devin wins the fight, but there's gonna be some scary moments in that fight for Dev.
I think he gives Devin problems too. I think the difference with Devin, though, is that Devin will be able to stay inside and catch a lot of what Pitbull is throwing and then pivot out. So
that overhand right, bro, is scary. And I've seen Devin get hit with some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree he wins the fight, but I want to see it, man. I'm tired of what we getting. It's like, you can't put it on Top Rank, because everybody they got on the stable is going to win, because they got them in against dudes 8-37. And then PBC puts up a card. It's a good card, but the top dudes ain't getting with the top dudes. It's like Benavidez' next fight should be David Morrell. Like, we got to stop this shit where we're getting this lesser stuff. But I do feel bad for Terence, even though I know his business sense fucked all of this up for him. Because the stuff the stuff you was telling Ben up, I did hear too how he was trying to negotiate at 147. It's like, and then you see the people he signed with his managers. It's like, I think if Terence Crawford just signed with the PBC going into the Errol fight, he'd be getting some of these fights. And I just think his business sense is the thing that's hurting him. And it sucks because he's clearly the best fighter in the game. And on that, man, I'm gonna let you go because I see Greg getting frustrated with me, want to take my FSU card away.
No, man, no, not at all. Walt. I agree with probably about 95%.
Yo, Jay, you sitting over there just smirking. Greg looking like, well, I want this nigga to hang up. Get this nigga up.
I'm just sitting, listening, enjoying the show, Walt.
Yo, Jay, I thought he was getting ready to say, okay, who's the safety back in 87? Like, try to see if I was really an FSU dude. I'm like, man, come on now.
Thanks.
But y'all, much love, man. Y'all have a great day, man. Happy Easter to the fam.
All right.
Same to you, Walt.
One six, you in the building with the Angry Man Podcast. What's going on?
What's going on, Jason and Greg?
What's happening?
Man, I'm gonna put it like this, bro. At the end of the day, bro, the PBC is a business. They don't owe Crawford anything. He's not signed to them, so of course they're going to make an easier fight with Errol and Fundora because it's an in-house fight, which most promoters want to do. A lot of promoters don't want to do cross-promotional fights, but at the end of the day, like I said, Crawford, he wanted to play hardball with the PBC. They didn't even want Errol to take the fight to begin with. But Errol did what Errol wanted to do and made the fight. However, we got the fight. We got the fight that we wanted. So now, okay, they even offered, after that, Bud fights, and he turned them down. So so now he wanted to skip the line and go to 54, but at first he was telling Errol that he wanted to fight him at 47, which he gave that man his word on national TV that he was going to do it at 54. So now all of a sudden, now Muggs want to sit here and cry. Oh, Bud need to get this. Bud need to do this. But man, Bud need to go and talk to the PBC and try to make a deal with them, bro. And try to get a deal. They're not about to just, bro. He not about to just come in and do the shit that Canelo doing, bro. No, they not about to do that, bro. That's a business at the end of the day.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
So,
he did tell Errol that he would. He did tell Errol he would do the fight at 54 after the fight in the ring, didn't he?
Yeah, he did in the ring. But he dapped him up and told him that he's gonna see him at 54. And all of a sudden, now you want to go back and try to play hardball. You want to play hardball, and then you turn around and say, "Well, no, if EJ wanted a rematch, he gotta have to fight me at 47." Like, come on, bro. And then he's still holding the belt. Ain't he still holding the belt at
Yep.
Yeah, see. So if that's the case, then fight Boots. Everybody that's a big money fight. Why not fight him?
They say no money in that fight with Boots. Too much of a threat.
Man. But he after Canelo, and that's why I said it's a double standard when it comes to that shit. All of a sudden now he wanna jump up 3 weight classes. But you don't even want to fight EJ at 54, but you're going to jump all the way up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo? Man, stop it, bro. That nigga just looking for money, bro, and I'm not mad at him. That's cool. But at the same time, bro, y'all got to keep the same energy, bro. Don't try to switch up just because it's your favorite fighter, bro.
No, he do it for legacy.
Man, it's crazy out here, man. You got all these grown men crying about a fighter, bro. Like, man, come on, bro. At the end of the day, like I said, if he wants to fight, he could sit down with Al Heyman, try to come up with a deal, a multiple fight deal. And you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying, they make money together. But no, you're not about to be keeping no free agent. We about to keep letting you coming over here and steal money. Hell no, they didn't even want to fight with EJ. If it weren't for him, shit, we would have never got that fight because they been trying to walk away from the table when he left a bad taste in their mouth after the first negotiation.
Yep.
Facts. That is.
So, like I said, man, the PBC, that's a business. They don't owe Bud anything. He can come to the table, sit down if he want to make a deal. That's the end of that. EJ, like I said, he's the PBC fighter. So, of course, they're going to try to make that. And he got seniority at PBC. So, of course, they're going to try to make him, get him back right. And Bud ain't even he still ain't no pay-per-view star. So, what are they talking about? Yeah, but that's pretty much all I had for the show, man.
Appreciate you for calling in, fam. Thank you.
No doubt.
Yeah, he was a good caller. He was the first time I heard him.
Yeah.
Somebody else calling in. It was Terrence's best damn video. It's Terrence.
Oh shit. Yo.
What's up, man?
I think I was gonna make it on tonight, but what's up, guys?
Yeah,
man.
What's going on with you?
Yo, man. I'm sorry. I'm a football fanatic, so that's where my Sunday's been. But anyway, back to this boxing. Obviously, I'm agreeing with my man that was talking about the difference between Benavidez and Spence. I mean, we know that typically when someone's moving up, skipping the line, that happens all the time. Like I always say, it's Bud rules. Because when Bud tries to do something that everybody's been doing, we want to stick it to Bud. Now, people been jumping up forever, jumping up divisions to fight people that they should. But when it comes to Bud, the Bud rules come out. Well, now no one said anything about Benavidez deserving a shot. We all know Benavidez has been, as the man said, has deserved the shot and continues to deserve the shot. We all know that. So I'm a Bud fan. Yes, if Benavidez is going to sign that contract, yes, Bud has to sit down, go somewhere. I'm saying that, you saying that, everybody's saying that. But we know Benavidez is not going to sign a contract. And as for people in that division that's up next, as you say, that they're waiting for their shot, I agree. Give them their shot. But you know, Greg, that what happens is you have a mandatory. Everybody's supposed to have that mandatory. But when you fight your mandatory, then you get a fight with whoever you want to fight. So after he fights his mandatory, why wouldn't it be Morrell? If it's not Morrell, I say Morrell's a better fight than Bud. I agree. But we know that man's not fighting Morrell. So when it gets down to the third guy or the fourth guy, whenever Bud falls, if it's not his mandatory, why are y'all now telling Bud, you can't have a fight. You got to fight Benavidez. This is the Bud rules. That's why when I say it's Bud rules, that's the Bud rule, because people don't like Bud. Okay, go ahead. You can respond to that.
David Benavidez has been his mandatory since the Plant fight, brother.
I know.
What are you talking about? So what are you
talking about? I agree. Greg.
But he's not in between a fight. What are you talking about? Maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying, because he's not in between a fight.
Okay, what I'm saying is Benavidez he's next up. Is he his mandatory? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the sanctioning body's not going to strip him, because they can strip him if he doesn't fight Benavidez, right? Yes or no? Is that Bud's fault that they don't strip him? I'm confused here. Is that Bud's fault that they don't strip that man for not fighting Benavidez? But no matter what happens, if he's not fighting Benavidez, don't y'all want him to fight the next toughest fight? No. Yeah.
Hold on. Can I answer that? Because they didn't actually call out when he was going to have to defend against his mandatory until he beat Boo Boo. So he was the mandatory after Plant. So when Terence Crawford started calling him out, he was the mandatory. Therefore, he was trying to skip him. It wasn't a situation where the WBC had not stripped him because he hadn't just faced his mandatory. It was a situation where he was the mandatory, and they just hadn't set the date when he had to enforce it. So he was, in fact, trying to skip the mandatory when he was trying to call him out. Like, I'm not tracking with you, bro.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. So he's just becoming he's been trying to fight freaking Canelo for I don't know how many years. You're telling me he has just recently become the mandatory. That's what you guys are telling me. You see, I don't even follow Canelo like that. But is that what you're telling me?
He became the mandatory against Plant. And then they set the date for March of 2024 when he beat Boo Boo.
Okay.
So Terence Crawford was in fact trying to skip him, just like Errol is now trying to skip him. As a matter of fact, it's even worse because Terence isn't officially the WBO mandatory, and I'm not even sure, even if he invoked his mandatory status, I'm not even sure he would get next because maybe Borchuk, maybe the WBC would be next. I'm not sure what the order is. So all of this stuff about
Greg. Okay, Greg. But like the gentleman said, we both agree. If Benavidez is going to get the fight, I want Benavidez to get the fight. Bando wants Benavidez to get the fight. We all want that.
No,
but if that doesn't happen, we're just saying, Greg, if that doesn't happen, then do you have a problem with the next toughest fight? And if that being Bud Crawford, don't you want to see that? I'm asking you that. If that's the next toughest fight that we can get as fans,
but that's not my argument.
or do you just want the guy that's waiting who has no shot at beating Canelo? You tell me what you want to see.
Oh, we're changing subjects now because that was never my statement. My statement was simply he was trying to skip the line, so he can't be upset whether or not somebody tried to skip him. Now, would I like to see that fight? Sure, I would like to see that fight if we're talking about it theoretically. But that's theoretically because I would like to see the outcome of the fight. The downside to it is Terence Crawford would benefit from it in the form of financial gain, and I don't want to see that. Therefore, theoretically, I want to see the fight, but practically, I don't. So I want to see him at 54 making ordinary money, just like the rest of the fighters. You see how that works?
Okay, and I think Bando's main point here, and I think to drive it home is he doesn't want to see Spence get the fight because Spence lost, bro. It's two components when you're moving up to take on. You're skipping a line. Money, yes, that might be a subject line, but you also have to deserve it from the fight standpoint that you beat people and you deserve that fight. And I think that's what Bando wanted to drive home. That Spence, because he lost, he got to work his way up to get a title shot. That's all he's saying, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
Would I watch the fight if he got the fight with Canelo? Yeah, I watch Spence and Canelo. But we're all saying that he don't deserve it just for that reason. But that was that point. Now let's look. So okay, you want to respond? That really doesn't need a response because I just wanted to have a couple more points. Yeah. Unless you want to respond to that.
No, I was just saying.
We're in agreement with that.
I don't think Spence should get the fight next.
I don't think he should get it anyway, but I'm saying if he got it, we'll watch it, right?
Yeah,
I would watch it.
I would watch it, but he shouldn't be fighting Canelo next, for sure.
No, of course not. Of course not. But that's the point I was. But I think somebody said it right. What should happen here is we already know the PBC is not going to want to let, and I don't understand this because all the smoke is at 154 for the most part is with the PBC. So I don't know why they're so worried that Bud won the fight. He's going to run. Where's he going to run to? Like he's going to run and hide off in the night with the belt and never fight anybody else in the PBC. That's stupid. He wants to get all 4 belts, and all of the fighters are over there. So I'm not clear as to why they keep saying Bud wins the fight. He's going to run and hide or something. He doesn't have but a few fights left, and I'm sure he wants to unify those titles. I mean, become undisputed in that weight class. But anyway, I don't know. I'm confused about why the PBC is so scared for him to get the titles. That's weird, but it is what it is. But what I want to see him do, what's realistically, is Bud should fight, like the gentleman said, he should fight Tim over in Australia for the vacant belt. Whoever gets that belt. And then Fundora can fight Spence. I don't care. Let them fight. Who they get the 2 belts, and then those 2 meet for 3 belts. What do y'all say to that?
Wouldn't
that solve everything? I said, if Bud fights Tim over in Australia for the vacant WBO, they fight for the vacant WBO. You have Fundora fight Spence if they want to let Spence fight for whatever they fighting for, and the winner of those 2 fights meet for 3 belts, and then whoever has the other belt fight the next bout. So we got the unification in the next 2 years.
Yeah, the thing is this, Terrence, using your logic about losing and getting rewarded fighting for a title, that's what Tim will be doing. He just lost. So now he gets a chance for another title?
Because we know that it's kind of controversial, and that's the only reason. He got cut. He was bloody. He was a bloody mess. He was dominating the first 2 rounds. Conceivably, we think if he wasn't bloody, he could have dominated him the whole fight. So, but for that reason, we know that that's controversy around that fight. So I think Bud fighting Tim, I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. Would y'all?
I wouldn't have a problem with Tim getting the opportunity to win the title again through a rematch or otherwise, just because of the circumstances of the fight.
Exactly. And it's not. I'm sorry, what you say?
I'm saying you're saying that someone shouldn't get rewarded for coming off a loss, whether it's controversial or not. It's still a loss.
But come on, now that means he was bloody. He was bleeding off in his face.
You said.
Come on, what?
What said?
That was,
you rewarded him that just lost.
Yeah.
Are you not?
Go ahead.
Did he not lose? Controversy or not?
Say that again.
Controversy or not? Did he not take a L?
I agree, he did. But if Bud fight, let's say Kelly, nobody wants to see that, bro. Nobody wants to see Bud fight Kelly. Y'all know y'all don't want to see that fight. So y'all trying to sabotage my man. Yeah, go ahead and fight Kelly so y'all can say, look who he's fighting. He ain't fighting nobody. see what I'm saying? Yo, Bud haters, bro. Y'all really hate Bud, yo. Why you want him to fight Kelly for the vacant? Or you want him to fight Tim? That's not even close. Y'all know Tim is better than Kelly. Y'all should not.
Yeah, but it's still skipping the line by your logic, though. It's still skipping. You get mad when certain people skip the line. Josh is next up, not Tim, right?
No, wait, hold on. That's not my logic. Talk to Greg. That's Greg. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I don't want you necessarily skipping the line, but if a guy is not going to fight another guy, what can you do? Canelo goes by his own rules. Hell, he ain't fighting nobody. So he's fighting Munguia. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I don't hear none of y'all yelling about Munguia. Where's the outrage for Munguia? He's fighting Munguia. Does Munguia deserve his shot? I don't hear nobody, no channels, nobody said nothing about that. Why? Nobody said nothing about that.
We've been cooking.
Why does Munguia deserve a shot?
We've been cooking Canelo. We've been cooking him.
I'm saying to the point where he's saying people don't deserve a shot. This is boxing. We know that's going to happen from time to time. But in Tim's case, he has more right to a shot than Munguia. Don't you agree with that? Based on the circumstances?
I've already said that I'm aligned to him getting the opportunity for a fight. Like, that's a special circumstance. So
yes, you. So you want to see the Kelly Bud fight? That's what you want to? No, you want to see the Kelly Bud fight? Because I think he's the number one. He will be next up.
Terrence, I wanted Tim. I remember I was one of the few people that wanted Bud to fight Tim from the get-go at 154. I'm just saying, using some of y'all logic about coming off a loss and being rewarded with a title. This is what's happening with that scenario between a Tim and a Bud fight. I would love that fight, but I'm just using y'all logic.
Okay, so what would you like to see then? I'm giving you a scenario I think most fans would want to see, but what do you want to happen at this point?
No, I'm
he's not getting. Because Bud not getting that fight next. PBC not gonna let Bud get the fight next. We know that.
We know.
He ain't signed to him neither.
We know.
Huh?
But Midge is a mug, ain't it?
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
He's not getting a fight next. I know that. You know that. So what's the next best outcome then? What do we want next? If PBC not letting Bud get the fight next.
If
Fight Boots
doesn't get the rematch, yeah, that's probably the next best option. Yeah.
Y'all want to see a rematch? Oh my God! Y'all really trying to freeze Bud out. Oh no! So he has to wait for a rematch, and then after that, then he has to wait till Spence fight, and then after that, then guess what? Then Charles will probably be saying, "Oh yeah, he wants to come out of his boxing. He's in recess right now." Then all of a sudden he'll want to fight. Okay, I see. Y'all don't ever want Bud to get another shot. I got y'all. Get it?
We didn't say nothing about the rematch. We said Boots. We said Boots.
Boots is not okay. Boots, y'all gonna pay him for Boots? What are you supposed to fight Boots for? $1 million guarantee? That's what y'all want to give him to fight Boots? What's the payout here? There's no title on the line. What's the payout?
For whatever the fight will sell.
Y'all crazy, man. Boots brings nothing to the table, man.
So what you
all he brings is a tough fight. That's it. Money? And he can get tough fights other places.
So Josh, you cool with Josh Kelly then, you saying?
No, I don't want to see no Kelly. Please. I do not want to see Bud fight no Kelly. I don't want to see that. I mean, okay, I'd rather for him to fight Boots than Kelly, but the likelihood that he takes that fight is going to be low. We just talk about realistically because it's not going to be a big money fight, and that's going to be probably the toughest opponent out of all of the people we just mentioned, right? He's going to be tougher than Tim. He's going to be tougher than Fundora. He's going to be tougher than the Spence rematch. Why you want him to fight these tough? Even Canelo, to me, I think I'd rather. He's probably easier for him to fight Canelo than Boots. So you want him to take the toughest fight for the lowest amount of money? Is this crazy?
You just said that it's not going to be a big money fight, but I heard you months ago. Hold on, let me finish. Several months ago, you said that Terence Crawford was a big name in the sport. He was a pay-per-view star now. So if he's in the fight, it's a big money fight.
Yeah, I mean, right? to a certain extent, yeah, because Bud's going to be carrying all of the pay-per-views. Yeah. So what's he going to take 10%?
So yeah,
Boots going to take 10%.
Yeah, Boots ain't taking that much. Boots probably can take about $1 to $2 million. They're gonna probably be a
$2 million.
In it for the opportunity. Yeah, he in it for the opportunity. Terence could probably walk away because you said he did 700,000 pay-per-view buys. So you know what I'm saying?
So you say I said it like it's not. Nobody else said that. So what is that supposed to mean, Greg? That he didn't do that amount?
Well, no,
he didn't do 700.
So he should be able to do 700 against Boots, right?
I don't know, Greg. I don't know. But if the money, but he gonna want guaranteed money though. That's the thing. Y'all know how Bud works. He wants some guaranteed money. How much PB? Who is the promoter for Boots? I mean, he just got out of the contract with Cameron, right? So who's his promoter? Like we don't even know who he's dealing with right now.
No. You jumping all over the place. First it was money.
The money. That's why I'm saying that because who's going to pay Bud? That's why I'm getting at. Who's going if they fight? Who's giving Bud his guarantee?
PBC works. The PBC works to come up with the guarantee. So don't worry about that.
Okay, how much they going to come up with?
Well, let me see. So Bud is like Errol. So you say you're a bigger star than Errol, so he should be able to do 350,000 pay-per-view buys. I mean, he should be able to pull at least $5 million gate by himself. So that's almost $40 million right there alone. So they can guarantee Bud.
I'm saying, well, how much is PBC guaranteeing him?
They can guarantee him $10 million. You know what I'm saying? Off that,
$10 million.
There won't be no back.
10 million.
50. Yeah, he got to go over 350 though to get some more of that back end though. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
Well, listen, if PBC guaranteed Bud 10, he might take the fight. Let's see him guarantee him 10. He might take it for 10.
If he can do 350.
I never heard of him even think about guaranteeing him for 10 million. But he ain't gonna take no 1.5 million, nothing like that. But they're gonna guarantee him 10, yeah. I'm all for it if they guaranteeing him 10, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
They're not, because they know the real numbers. The real numbers, he do 100. They know the real numbers.
So you said Boost ain't even getting 100,000. Damn. So Boost is not. You're saying it yourself. Boost is nothing. So Bud's gonna do the whole show, carry the whole show.
Yeah, because Boost ain't never been on pay-per-view before. That ain't no knock to Boost.
Listen, man. Y'all know Bud don't get at least 10 million guaranteed to fight Boost. It ain't gonna happen. And I can't blame him because he's taking all the risks. You're telling this man to take all the risk. He's not going to get no credit. He's not. What is he going to not? No additional titles, no additional legacy. So you want him to fight him? You're going to have to pay him. I said 10 million guaranteed at least. If y'all the fans who want to see it so bad, do a GoFundMe for Bud, and then he'll take that fight. Trust me. Do a GoFundMe for him. Y'all want to see that fight? That's the only way it's gonna happen. You're not gonna fight him for no $1 million guarantee. Y'all crazy.
That's why he getting frozen out, because he trying to make $10 million guarantee to fight nobody. Then when you put him in the ring with somebody that'll make him $10 million, like Dave Benavidez, he don't want to fight. But then he want to fight Canelo. Canelo don't want to fight him. So, I mean, he want to make like $35 million, but you can only make that to fight Canelo. Canelo don't want to fight. The $10 million, he don't want to fight Dave Benavidez to make that. So he want to make the $10 million fighting the bombs. So that what you want, bro?
Listen, if he's fighting the bombs, he ain't asking for that much money. He ain't asking for that much. So when he fight his next fight, he ain't gonna ask for that much money. But if y'all want to see a real fight, with y'all keep screaming about Boots, y'all gonna have to pay him. I'm sorry, and y'all know that any fighter that's fighting Boots gonna want to get paid. And if they got a title, you name me one fighter with a title, they ain't gonna want at least 10 million guaranteed against Boots.
So you saying he a threat then? You saying Boots a threat?
Yes, absolutely he a threat. I'm not stupid. Of course he's a threat to Bud. He's a threat to anybody. So if that guy got to fight him, anybody got to fight him, and they got titles, of course they're gonna want a big payday. Who's fighting him for a $1 million guarantee? Okay. Nobody. That's why it's so hard for Boots to get fights now, because people don't even want to risk their spot in line. They like that. Okay, if I'm third in line, I ain't fighting him. Shit, I'll just let him fight somebody else. Some people, he got a title now. Nobody want to fight him. Y'all crazy. So y'all want Bud to do something. The people that don't have no title don't even want to fight him, and then you want Bud to fight him for no money, and he's with his name. That don't make any sense. Y'all, I mean, it's got to be realistic, and that's not realistic. Like y'all want Bud to fight Benavidez. Y'all crazy. He's gonna fight Benavidez. Benavidez is like a heavyweight already. He might come in that fight 200 pounds. Yeah, okay. And this dude don't stop punching. I'm sorry. I don't know. They got to start checking Benavidez, because how can a man never stop punching? The man punches the entire fight and never gets tired. So y'all want that? You want Bud 20, 30, 40 pounds weight differential fighting somebody that don't stop punching. Okay, yeah, that's going to happen. Y'all must be out y'all mind. But out y'all mind. Natural mind. I'm coming up with a real solution. Bud fight Tim. I'm going to say it again. Bud fight Tim. Fundora fight Spence. And then them two meet up. That's realistic. That should happen. And then if that happens, Bud will be, again, have 3 belts. And then he'll only need 1 more to go out with being another undisputed champion in that division. And then guess what? Y'all gonna have to at that point. He's up there with Hearns. He's up there with Sugar Ray. He's up there with the greats. And I know, Greg, you said, "Oh, the best you can ever give him is what, 14th or 12th or whatever." Nah, he's up there in the top 10, maybe top 5 at that point. No matter what you say, top 10, top 5. That's what y'all don't want to see. That's why y'all don't want to see him fight Canelo. Y'all don't want to get y'all, because at this point, that's what Bud's fighting for. He's fighting, trying to get up in that top 5. So y'all don't want to see him get up there to get his opportunities. I get it. That's it. That's all. Y'all Bud haters. But we've already seen that. We know that.
No, man, it's no Bud hate, man. You know, it's not about him getting into the top. If he can be the number 1 fighter in the world ever, man, he could be the best fighter in history, man. I just don't want to see him get the big payday. So as long as he doesn't get the big payday, he can win. He can go win the 54 and he can go become 54 and 60. I don't care. As long as he only made $2 million doing both of them, I'm good. How about that?
Oh, but hey, listen, y'all gotta know, Spence got a big payday too. They both got a lot. And guess what? Bud paid his trainer. So Spence ain't pay his trainer, bro. Come on, man. So y'all should be telling Spence, instead of him worried about this fight, pay his trainer, man. Pay him the 10%, whatever he's supposed to pay him. Pay that man. You see what I'm saying? Bud, pay his people. You don't see Bomac complaining about no money. Everybody on the team happy. Tell your guy to pay his mans, man. Y'all said he's such he's such morals. He's all of this. He's morals. Why he ain't paying his mans if he has such great morals though, man? Pay your man. He's been with you forever. Give him that 10%, that 2.5 mil, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Why I don't see y'all talking about that?
I don't know.
Y'all don't want that man. Y'all don't want that man to pay Derek.
He should pay Derek, but I don't know.
Okay, but I'm just saying I ain't seen no videos, none of this PBC and y'all fans who idolize Errol to tell him to pay that man.
Hey,
where's the proof on that?
Huh?
Where's your proof on he ain't paying him?
Okay. Well, maybe he did pay it, but I thought it was a dispute over there because he took his stuff out the gym. Oh, they still cool like that? You still his trainer?
He never said nothing.
It's supposed to be what's the Blue Blood, the one that reported that it was something like that, right?
Oh, okay. So y'all saying that might not be accurate. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I hope it's not accurate because I mean that'd be crazy if you ain't paying your training at 10%. You're just trying to pay him what he got the purse. But I kind of think that's kind of weird because wasn't Derek already? They fought a lot of fights in the past. It'd be whatever they did in the past, right? If he's always paying with 10% out of everything, wouldn't he have to continue that? Because that means that you've been doing that all along. You can't change up now, right? Because it's a big purse. So I'm assuming he has to pay him the way he's been paying him, right?
Yeah, the percentage should remain the same. Unless they got
so that's the thing that confused me about this whole thing because they done fought all these times and Derek never complained about the 10% before. So I don't know. I know you can't change up now and say, "Oh yeah, I'm only going to give you the 10% out the purse now." So that don't make no sense. So
maybe.
But I'm just saying. I hope Derek got his money. He deserves it. He's been with the man pretty much his whole career, right? So.
But Terence, anything else you want to share before we move on to the next person?
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all. Great show. I'll be around. Thank you for having me.
All the time.
Appreciate you, Terence.
All right, guys.
This is the last call for the day, man. What's going on with you, fam?
Hey, what's up, Jason? Greg, how you guys doing today?
Hey, Trent, what's happening?
Chilling like a villain. How you guys doing, man?
Hanging in there.
You?
Cool. So so what I want to talk about, check this out. So that Tszyu fight, okay, that was you know what, man, I feel bad for Tszyu. I really do. Because I thought Tszyu was doing a good job first couple rounds, but once he got hurt and once he got cut, man, that was kind of it. As far as the score of the fight went, I scored at 116-112 for Fundora. I just didn't see Tszyu doing anything, and it wasn't his fault, man. I mean, I'm not going to hold that against him losing that fight whatsoever. And he definitely deserves a fight against Bud or whoever he wants to fight, because that just makes sense to me. But I mean, hey, but I also want to give props to, Tszyu is that guy, he pretty earned my respect, man. That guy's humble as hell, because at the end of the fight, he gave no excuses. I mean, he just said it's a part of boxing, whatever. Any other fighter, man, you know the way fools be doing. They'd be looking for excuses. Well, I was cut, I was hurt. He made no excuses whatsoever, and he could have. So salute to Tszyu for being a classy guy out there, Also, man, I just want to, as far as what's next for Fundora, I don't really want to see him fight against Spence. I mean, I don't know. Fundora really doesn't do nothing for me. I mean, he was only piecing up Tszyu because Tszyu couldn't see, man. I mean, but that was a horrible cut right there, man. That was pretty bad, but you got to give him props on that, man. I mean, what do you guys think about Tszyu's class? Think he's a pretty classy guy, or what's up, man?
I think so, man. He didn't have to take that fight. He saved that pay-per-view card, and I think he should get a rematch, even though there's not a rematch clause in the contract. He certainly should get one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I wouldn't mind Tszyu fighting against Bud. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be even though there wouldn't be no belts on the line, I think that'd be a great fight. I mean, I think Bud would probably beat him, but Tszyu deserves that. He deserves a shot right there, because I think that if everything went the right way, Tszyu would have taken care of Fundora, whatever his name is. That's just the way it happened last night, man. He just got cut, whatever. As far as another thing I want to talk about, just real quick. So Canelo coming out with that 150 kids. I've talked to you guys in a while. So Canelo comes out with 150 to $200 million crap, whatever, man. If that's not a way to say ducking out, I don't know what is. And when I see Fernando Vargas coming out and introducing, Canelo's a genius, he's smart, he's going to get that kind of money. No, he's not. Because when you got the way people piracy and streaming and all that, the pay-per-views aren't going to come out the way they used to, man. I mean, come on, see it for what it is. That's a duck right there. That's just outpricing yourself. I mean, that's exactly what Thurman did for wanting to fight Boots. He wanted $10 million to fight Boots. So I mean,
right?
So see Canelo for what he is, man. The guy's a duck, man. That Pablo's a duck, straight up. So don't ever think like he's a genius. He's going to get $150 million. Because man, Turkey Al-Rashid said he ain't going to give him that kind of money. You don't want that. But one thing. What do you think about what Turkey Al-Rashid said that he wouldn't mind sponsoring a Better BS Bivol winner against Benavidez? What do you think about that fight?
Love that
That's
fight.
interesting.
And I think I don't know, man. Benavidez, that would be an interesting fight against Bivol, because man, could he take what not Bivol, Better be. I don't think he matches up well with Better Be, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah, he sparred both of them, so he has familiarity with both of them, but sparring is one thing, we know that's just one part of the situation there, but he's comfortable with fighting either one from what he's talked about. He doesn't seem like he's, fearful of either man, knowing that Better Be just knocks everyone out, he fights.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't know if you think if this is good or not, but I'm thinking that, Benavidez is doing the right thing. He's not waiting around for Canelo. I don't know what Canelo's going to do. But if he actually got that fight, and if he won the winner, and if he beat the winner of the Better BF and Bivol fight, and if he became undisputed at 175, he could definitely put a lot more pressure on Canelo, because that would be like undisputed versus undisputed, but a real one, not no Charlo crap, a real one. And he'll go down to fight Canelo at his weight, 168. Now that'll put a lot of pressure on Canelo right there, and hopefully that fight will happen. But we'll see what happens, though, man. But I don't want to take too much of your time. It's Easter Sunday. You know what? Just want to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior. Today we're celebrating today. He passed away, and he rose again the third day. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for dying for us. Given that. Send a shout out to my dad in heaven. Love you, Dad. And my son, Jeremiah. Love you, son. Jason and Greg, you guys are the best, man. Appreciate your time. Appreciate everything you guys do for us as far as the boxing game goes. Love you guys, man. You guys take it easy, man.
All right, Adrian. Peace.
All right.
So Jay, that's gonna wrap up the show, man. Want to give a thank you to everybody that supported the show today. So
yeah, let's see.
You got it?
Yeah, looks like Motorsports 199. What do you guys think about Errol get that fight first? We went over that. LL Music 199. I think Tszyu won the fight. What y'all think about that? We went over that one. Jay 499. Great show, fellas. Spence simply don't deserve the fight before Tim or Bud against Fundora. We went over that. Watch for the hook, $2 twice. They mad Errol not humble. Bando up. This the Game of Thrones and Bud gotta play. Cornelius Burnett 499. I don't think it's about Bud running. He's hard to do business with. Also, he may need to sign with PBC. True. LL Music again, 499. These fanboys are not concerned with the business of boxing, but it's a pound for pound. But EJ is still one of the faces of PBC, so the line will be cut. Get over it. And last but not least, Mr. Vegas, $2. This for you, Greg. Miami Vice, Beijing.
Haters gonna hate. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys supporting us today. I'm off, man, because I got to go get some dinner with the kiddos and the family. Tunnel Vision. Appreciate you, Bud versus Kelly next on BLK Prime UK. We hear you. All right, guys. We are out until next time. We will catch up with you. Peace.
Peace.
All right.